Welcome to How to Yu-Gi-Oh!
Historic Archetype, Labyrnth.
Chapter 1.
Okay, so in this video, I'm gonna talk about Labyrnth and its influence on the game. With that being said, let's get on with the rest of the video.
Chapter 2.
Okay, so as you can see in front of you, we have the boss monster of the Labyrinth, which is Lovely Labyrinth of the Silver Castle. And when we talk about Labyrinth in Yu-Gi-Oh, this is a deck that Konami created archetype that's just designed to make traps better. It sped up the usage of traps, and with such sort of cards, if we go to the next slide, like Labyrinth Coup Clock, being able to make traps activate as spells is one of the first ways Konami has done to speed up traps and just make them useful again. And I think Labyrinth has become a fan favorite archetype because it's promoted the usage of traps, allowed us to see traps not as just bad, not as inherently bad cards, but as great cards, as well. And we see the usage of it with Malice as well. Malice have a similar sort of activation to Coup Clock, as you can see on that slide, Labyrinth Coup Clock, where you can activate traps the turn they're set. I think that ability is really nice. I think that gives traps an extra boost. I know, yeah, it does inherently break the rule of traps because you set them and then you can activate at the same turn. But I think having a way to circumvent that, I think, is a nice way to just get traps relevant in Yu-Gi-Oh again. And overall, I think Labyrinth has been an archetype that has really helped put traps on the map and has helped bring back the usage of traps in Yu-Gi-Oh like never before. And I'm here for it. I'm all here for it. I'm all here for make traps great again, make traps really good. And yeah, that's all I've got to say. Let's head on to the conclusion.
Final chapter.
So yeah, just like to say, here is the end of this video, as really just talking about just Labyrinth, what they've had, the impact they've had on the game as an archetype has been quite significant, getting people to hate Dimensional Barrier all that more. I think D-Barrier was a card that general players have complained about, but it wasn't until Labyrinth that really the community really started to hate this card, as Labyrinth was an archetype that really abused D-Barrier to the highest level. And I think it goes to show just how Labyrinth really has just really put on the map the problematic traps that we've had in Yu-Gi-Oh for a while that were used before, but weren't really abused that much. But Labyrinth really just abused it to a high degree. And now we can honestly say, D-Barrier is banned, but it's not for a Labyrinth sins, as Labyrinth has just vanished from the competitive scene at the moment, as again, traps are just too slow. And I think that's all I've got to say in this video, and this will be the last video for this year in this channel, as I will close up and head up for Christmas. The next time it'll upload a video will be next year in 2026. So all I want to say is Merry Christmas, guys, and a Happy New Year, and see you next year. Hope to see you soon.
We come to the end of this video. So, as I like to say, you are one step closer to becoming a Yu-Gi-Oh master. My fate, right, is in your hands.